Hi everyone, I'm Whitney from Sugar and Sparrow, and today I'm showing you how to make brown butter, which is one of the easiest ways to add incredible flavor to your baked goods. This recipe involves just one ingredient, which is butter, and the process involves gently cooking it until the milk solids caramelize and yield a beautifully complex and rich, nutty toffee flavor. I'm excited to show you how to make perfect brown butter every time and a few ways I love to use it in my baking recipes. Let's get started by preparing the butter. You can use salted or unsalted butter for this, and the amount of butter you start with should be equal to the amount the recipe calls for if they instruct you to brown it, or 1 to 2 tablespoons more butter than the recipe calls for if you're substituting brown butter for regular melted or softened butter. Once you have your butter measured out, slice it up into tablespoon-sized pieces so that it melts evenly. Add it into a large skillet over a medium heat. I like using a light colored pan for browning butter so I can see the caramelization process perfectly. You'll want to use a silicone spatula or whisk to continually stir this butter until it melts, and keep the heat on medium the whole time. Here are the different stages you'll see. First, the butter will start getting foamy as the water content begins to evaporate. Then the butter will begin to bubble and you'll see little white flecks of milk solids start to appear at the bottom of the skillet. These milk solids are what ends up caramelizing into the little brown flecks you see in the final brown butter. For now, just focus on stirring continuously and watch as more and more milk solids appear. When the bubbles get larger, this is where you'll start seeing the first signs of the milk solids caramelizing and the butter starting to turn more of an amber color. Keep on stirring because this part happens fast. I'm actually going to keep this part of the video in real time so you can see exactly what to look for. Right now the flecks are a caramel color and you might be tempted to stop here, but to get the richest flavor, you want to keep on cooking and stirring until the flecks are more of a medium brown. The liquid is a little more amber colored and the aroma is deliciously nutty. The whole process can take anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes total, so be sure to keep a close eye on the butter the whole time. This can be somewhat of a fine line, so watch carefully, but I essentially like to keep cooking until the flecks just start to go from a caramel color to a medium brown, and at that point I remove it from the heat and pour it into a glass measuring cup or other heat-proof container. It will just keep cooking in the pan, so it's crucial that you do this right away when you see the cues that the brown butter is done, and be sure to collect all those brown butter flecks. Now here is what I consider perfect brown butter. When the liquid is amber colored and the specks range from this medium brown to even a little darker brown like this. If the flecks are black in color and smell or taste bitter, that means the brown butter is burnt and you will need to start over. But even if the flecks are super dark brown in color, but the mixture still smells nutty and tastes pleasant, don't worry about it. You made perfect brown butter. From here, I love to use brown butter in its melted state in recipes like my brown butter chocolate chip cookie bars, or substitute it for oil in some of my cake recipes like my pumpkin cake. You guys, that one deserves its own blog post and it's coming ASAP. If your recipe asks that you cool the brown butter to have it in a softened consistency, it's best to pour it into a shallow container so it cools evenly. Just like regular butter, brown butter will harden in the refrigerator, so you may need to remelt it or bring it to room temperature to use in a recipe that calls for softened butter. I use it at room temperature in my brown butter frosting recipes, and the one you see here is my brown butter cream cheese frosting. Adding brown butter is the key to elevating cream cheese frosting, and it's so amazing as the filling and frosting for my carrot cake recipe. It adds so much depth and dreamy caramelized notes that always have people asking what the secret ingredient is. It's an amazing frosting on any fall or winter cake, and I'll link all the recipes that I mentioned in this video and more in the video description below. Now that you know how to make perfect brown butter, you are going to unlock a whole new level of baking, and I'm excited to see what you make. If you love baking, head to my blog at sugarandsparrow.com for even more recipes, cake decorating tutorials, and more. You'll also find lots of recipe videos and tutorials on my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button while you're there so you never miss a new video from me. Thanks for watching.